All right, everybody. How's it going? I'm Nick Baldwin. I'm here with Leslie Jackson. Welcome to the REALIFY Brand Your World live stream mastermind. And today we got a pretty cool topic. The topic
Are you
is
talking, Nick?
I am talking. Can no one hear me?
I could hear you, Nick.
You might need to turn up your volume if you
Yeah.
can't hear me. Who cannot hear me? If you can hear me, say yes in the chat. Yes. Okay, so that's probably she can't hear me, so
Yeah, you can't even give instructions.
all right.
All
Let me
guys.
go on. Here we go. All right. So what I was saying was today we're going to talk about the home buyer journey and how you as a realtor can market to the home buyer, because the home buyer has different stages that they go through. And as a realtor, you can market to each different stage. And we're going to go over what those stages are. But I just want to say that, homeownership is evolving in the digital age. And as real estate agents, it's really crucial that we navigate the journey alongside our clients. So today, the webinar is designed to offer insights into the mindset of the modern home buyer at each pivotal stage. And we're going to get into the nuances of each stage or phase, however you want to call it, discussing not just the what, but the why behind their behaviors. By understanding the journey, you'll better be equipped to direct your marketing strategies and be more informed about the experience that your clients are going through and build better relationships from that. So let's just go over some quick NAR stats from the past 12 months. So first-time buyers in the U.S. Made up about 33% of all home buyers, according to NAR. And the typical repeat buyer was about 55 years old and had a median household income of $99,000. And usually the majority of the reason that people bought a house was pretty simple. It was just the desire to own a home. And that's pretty much it. And then for repeat buyers, it was just the desire to own a larger home. So there really wasn't any major reason why. It wasn't like, majority. It wasn't the majority like wanted to be closer to family or whatever. It was just first timers wanted to own a home, and then repeat buyers mainly wanted to just own a bigger home. So it's not as complicated as we might think.
Totally. And the looking process. So their looking process, on average, buyers tend to search for 10 weeks and looked at a median of 9 homes, which I find interesting, Nick, because as we ask when somebody's ready to buy, they may have already been started looking at their next home. And yet in their brain, they've already committed to doing that. So the timeline of when we know when buyers are ready to buy, they search for about 10 weeks. And then 93% of buyers used online websites in their home search. That's a given, but 93% is a very large number. So again, like providing that really awesome home search agent sites, just to name one, those are the best, to keep them in your world, closer to you. Challenges that buyers face: 32% of first-time home buyers reported that the most challenging step in the home buying process was saving for a down payment. I'm sure you guys could all attest to that stat there. And then of those 32%, 45% said that student loans were the primary obstacle. So
Yikes. So the moral of the story is don't go to college.
Don't go to college.
Education, some education.
Right? No, pay for a lower education, same quality. Try to find quality, right? And then the location. So 83% of recent buyers purchased their homes in suburban areas or small towns.
Cool. That's good to know. During COVID, and while people are still working from home in some cases, some towns that weren't normally hot markets became hot markets because they were working virtually. So let's talk about the homebuyer journey. So there's 3 stages in the homebuyer journey. You've got the awareness phase or stage, the consideration stage, and the decision stage. The awareness stage is recognizing the need or the desire to buy a home. The consideration stage is researching and exploring their options, and the decision stage is ready to engage with an agent and make a purchase. So those are the 3 stages. And now we're going to tell you how you can market to each of those. But let's first tell you the characteristics of each stage. The awareness stage, the first one, you've got just starting to consider homeownership. They're uncertain about the buying process, and they have very broad questions about real estate. So how can you market to the awareness stage? Here's a few ideas. And we talked about these in past masterminds, some of them recently this week. Content marketing, like blogs, ebook downloads, infographics that provide general information about buying a home, social media posts with first-time homebuyer tips, blogs with first-time homebuyer tips, a YouTube video series about the house hunting process, right? Like you could even make a video about homebuyers being in the awareness stage. Hey, you probably have recently recognized the need or the desire to buy your home. Let me explain to you, the process. So like you're speaking to that person. So the awareness stage, the marketing tips, content marketing like blogs, social media posts, YouTube videos about just being aware or going through the house hunting process. So those are some ideas that you can put into play. And what that'll do is that will really relate to those people and be like, wow, this person really knows like what I'm feeling right now. And that will help build a more trusting relationship.
I love it. And then the other stage is the consideration stage. So characteristics of the consideration stage are actively looking at listings online. We talked a little bit about that in the NAR stats that we gave you earlier. Researching neighborhoods and schools, and then starting to considering financing options. So see, they're preliminarily thinking that they are ready to make these moves, and yet they're researching online to see what they need to, solve that for them, such as financing and looking for listings. So marketing tips for the considerations stage would be SEO optimized listings. As we know, we talked a little bit about that yesterday. Yeah.
That video is now online. It's on YouTube. So go watch it.
Yes. So make sure you watch that because this is directly correlated with that conversation.
Let me go find it and drop it in the chat.
Perfect. Virtual tours or videos of properties. So again, marketing a virtual tour, whether you're doing an open house, whether it's a, professional video tour that you have for your listing. And then of course, videos of properties. So again, let's not underestimate those activities because people are looking and they're considering neighborhoods and financing options. So we're matching the needs as we market to them. Providing webinars or workshops, as some of you may do already. You're holding buyer workshops or seller workshops. This is specifically for buyers. And so how can you market that home buying process and provide an educational workshop for them to understand the entire process? And of course, marketing on social media and email and all those awesome platforms. Another marketing tip would be email marketing, like I had mentioned. So again, don't underestimate sending out those messages however you can for the consideration stage. So those are some marketing tips for the consideration stage.
Yeah. And so we move on to the decision stage. So we went through awareness, consideration, and now the last stage is a decision. And the characteristics of the decision stage are they're ready to visit properties. They're seeking a realtor for guidance, and they have specific questions about specific properties and the purchasing process. So some marketing tips that you can use to get in front of people who are in the decision stage are targeted online ads for your services as a realtor or homes for sale or, things of that nature. And you can easily do that through that command thing that we have at Keller Williams. Target your ads that way. We talked about testimonials and reviews from past clients. It's good to put those on your website, get those on all of the other services like Zillow and Realtor.com. We talked about doing direct mail campaigns with testimonials and reviews. So direct mail campaigns in areas where potential buyers might live. So like, for example, if there's an apartment complex in your area where everybody's renting, that would be a really great opportunity to just do mailers to however many apartments are in that building. You can do personalized email campaigns for potential clients you've been in contact with. So like if you know that somebody is at the decision stage, those are called hand raisers. If you're paying attention to your CRM, if you're using command, you can see what people are doing, where they're looking, how many houses they're looking at, what price point they're looking at. If you start to see people looking in specific areas at a specific price point over and over and over, that person is probably in the decision stage. They probably know where they want to live and what they want to buy and how much they can afford. So be on the lookout for those clues, because decision stage really gives you a lot of clues as to like whether people are ready or not. When they're like looking on your website and they're kind of all over the map, that's probably somewhere in between awareness and consideration. But if they're very specific as to where they're looking, that's more of the decision.
It's almost like we're getting into their minds too. So think about it that way, right? It's like, oh my gosh, how did they know that I was considering financing options right now? It's magic. So the transition of moving clients from one stage to the next, you could do that very easily online by just considering these stages that they're going through. So giving them valuable content, regular check-ins and updates on their stages of what they're thinking about. So, think about it in some marketing tips around just like the consideration stage. So are you considering looking for a home in the near future and you don't know where to begin? Here are 10 steps of the home buying process, right? So you're giving them that education, you're answering their consideration, and then you're providing value. So address their concerns and then move the barriers and be that solution to that barrier, right? So financing options. Are you having a hard time with your finances? Do you have too many student loans, but you want to buy your next house? Click here to understand how I can help you in that journey. Or here's a solution to help solve student loans to get you your next home, right? So be that person, that expert to provide those solutions for their stages online. And it's that easy. So what are your thoughts so far, you guys?
Done. Easy. Hey, yeah. I'm trying to, I want to share something with you guys.
Oh yeah.
And really cool. I'm trying to upload it. Yeah, I'm trying to upload it into the file section. There's like a little file section that you can share files with in Zoom, but I have to connect it to Google Drive, so I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I can show you guys in like a screen share. But before I do that, I just want to say that the structure that we just went over, it should help you with a clearer understanding of the stages of the homebuyer journey, allowing you to tailor your marketing efforts accordingly. And it also gives you the opportunity to provide actionable tips and strategies at each stage, making information timely and attractive to home buyers. Let me see if I can, while we have a few minutes, I'll see if I can share this in the right way, but I don't think I can because my internet is like unstable. But let me just do this then. Let me share my screen with this that I want to show you. Okay. So just so you guys know, REALIFY will also have an upgraded version. This is always going to be free. The webinars on Monday through Thursday is always going to be free. We're rolling out like an upgraded version, and we're going to be sharing a ton more stuff. But I just want to show you something that would be in the upgraded version, and you guys can take a screenshot of this because I can't seem to drop it in the chat. Oh, here we go. Let me share my screen. Give me 1 sec. I think this will help you understand it a little bit more. Can I share my screen? Yes. Let me know if you can see this. I'm going to make it bigger. So it's an infographic that can help you understand this a little bit more. Just kind of like the stages and then the different marketing tips that you can implement with those stages. So you can see home buyer stages and then what they are, and then the awareness stage marketing tips, consideration stage marketing tips, and decision stage marketing tips. So if you just want to take a picture of that with your phone, because I can't seem to drop the link or upload the file, go ahead and do that. This is just kind of like an idea of some of the things that we share in the upgraded version when that rolls out. So you'll get more information on that when the time comes. But like I said, these are always going to be free calls Monday through Thursday, forever and ever and ever. But yeah, take a picture of that because I just wanted to make it a little bit more easier to understand. If you took a lot of notes, this could probably break it down in a little bit of an easier way. Does anybody have any questions? Comments, concerns?
Michelle had offered, do you think decision stage equals hot, consideration equals nurture?
Oh, that's a great question.
I know. I thought that was kind of savvy, and
Yeah.
we could also look at that.
Yeah, if you're using
apply.
if you're using command and you're using opportunities,
Yeah.
you could even, in your opportunities, you could even title them awareness, consideration, and decision instead of like nurture. What is it? What is it
Ooh.
again? What is the stages? What are they set up as, Leslie? I can't remember.
The state, well, it's I think it's
Nurture.
auto to nurture.
Yeah, but definitely I think that that's a good way to associate it.
Yeah. I think most people take those stages and turn that into timelines. So 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months, 9 to 12. I think there's an auto update. As soon as you log in, you haven't changed those opportunities. So yeah, you could go in and change those stages underneath cultivate. That'd be really cool.
Oh, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, so you could do a decision stage, consideration stage. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Did everybody get a picture of this? All right, cool. Awesome.
Great.
So yeah, I like that, Michelle. That's a great idea. Thanks, guys. I hope this was a good one for you and helped you, like, because not all marketing is the same. Not all marketing should be directed at the same people in the same places in their journey. So yeah, that could definitely help you out. It's very psychological.
It is. And
Yeah.
and relatable too. As soon as you start relating to somebody, they're like, oh my gosh, I need to talk to that person because they know exactly what I'm going through in this very moment in this stage of buying.
The easiest way to do that is like in your CRM with your current contacts or leads. That's where I would start, because that's, based on what people are doing, that's the best way to identify people in those different stages. All right, guys. Sweet. Well, thanks for being here. We'll see you on Monday. I'm not sure what our topics are going to be, but we'll obviously let you know over the weekend. My mom, Roberta, said she's going to tell a client in his 5th week that he's still weeks away from the average number of weeks before making an offer. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Mom. It's a great idea. By the way, I got some feedback yesterday saying that yesterday's mastermind was our best one so far, and that was from my mom. So thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Roberta.
Put that on the testimonial.
Quick question. I was
Yeah.
out for 2 days and I apologize. I was sick, but
No, don't apologize
the,
for
the
that.
last two that you had, that YouTube that you put up, will I be able to see them on that YouTube? Is it a Realify station
So
channel?
let me here, let me just post the all of them real quick for you guys in the chat. And I'm gonna send an email recap out today. So
Thank
you guys will have all of the replays from the past week. But here are all of them up to this point, except for the one that we're doing right now. So you'll see the ones that you missed. I just dropped them in the chat. So just grab that link.
Just that one link?
That will lead you to all of the replays.
Perfect.
It's
So
the
if you missed the
playlist,
last
yeah.
two, you missed 10 steps to a great real estate logo, and you missed all about local search engine optimization. So those are the two that you missed then.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys. I'll send out
Thanks,
an email
everyone.
with a recap of all of the ones from this week, and we'll see you next week. Have a great weekend.